Hi, kids. This is not what I thought I would be doing with my life. Standing up here, judging my worth on whether or not strangers laugh at things that come out of my mouth. What did you want to be when you grew up, Miss? Miss in the white sweater, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A teenager again.
How did that work out for you?
It didn't.
It never does. You know what I wanted to be? Rosie the Riveter. Not that I have like a strong urge to work in a factory, but I love that like image that we can do it. You know, that I can do anything that a guy can do. And I can, for the most part, you know. Unless said guy's main source of income is selling his semen. It's a little bit harder. It's not impossible. It's like I told the lady working at the sperm bank, hey, this mason jar is airtight. Don't ask, don't tell, right? No, that's the military. They don't say that anymore. Look, you want to make some babies or not? She did not. She did not want to make babies with me, as it turned out. So this is starting out well, I think. I'm your only comedy relief for the evening, so. Can I take a moment though? Can I get serious with all of you? Like with all of you, can I get serious? Yes? Really?
Yeah, please.
Oh my God, this is happening so fast, but when it's right, it's right. First of all, I want you to meet my family. They're running a little late. They'll be here soon. You can ask them what the fuck is wrong with me. If that works out well, maybe in 6 months, you know, we can all move in together, get a nice apartment complex. You don't squeeze the toothpaste from the middle of the tube, do you? No? Because I hate that shit. No, it would never work. I sense that at least 40% of you can't commit, so for me it's all or nothing. Besides, pretty quickly you'll realize how crazy I am. I'm mad as a goddamn hatter. People throw that word around a lot, you know? Like I heard some chick the other day, she was like, buy another pair of shoes, I'm just crazy like that. No bitch, you're fiscally irresponsible. That is not the same thing. Then you'll hear someone else, and they're like, don't talk to that guy, he's crazy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Well, he sells his feces on eBay, and has a collection of toenail clippings he'd like to share with you. That is crazy. That's not my kind of crazy, as far as you know. I mean, first of all, who sells feces on eBay? That's a Craigslist kind of biz, am I right? No, I'm the kind of crazy that takes like 4 hours to get everything in my mind settled. I get on my armor, which is jewelry, or like my outfit, or I get my hair right, just so I can look in the mirror for like 20 seconds and not totally freaking lose it. And then I get all the way to the front door, I have my hand on the doorknob, and the next thing I know, I'm watching like 6 hours of Scrubs I've already seen 19 times on Netflix. It's a real disease. We're looking for a cure. Looking for a cure for Netflix. Netflix is terrible for my depression. It really is. You know, like, you know you get that message that pops up, are you still watching? Of course I'm always still watching. What the hell are they talking to? No, my message is different now. Now it's like, come on, girlfriend, put on a pair of jeans. You've been wearing those yoga pants for weeks. There is powdered donut stains on the hem. When is the last time you had powdered donuts? We don't know. Do you know? Oh, Lady Jane, get up, go for a walk. The sun will come out tomorrow. And I'm like, Netflix, I hate musicals. You know this. What are you doing to me? And Netflix is like, look, bitch, it's not all about you, okay? This is why you're depressed. You have no friends. And then I realize the TV isn't on. I'm trying to cut back on how much I talk to inanimate objects. So I just started talking to the cats instead. The other day, my roommate's cat got to second base with me. I don't know how I feel about it. He was doing that thing, you know, they call it making the biscuits. Just kind of did it just up on my breast for a while. And I was like, hey bro, buy me dinner. And he was like, no, I'm a cat, get me dinner. And I'm like, why are we having this conversation? You're a cat. He's like, you're crazy, bae, you're crazy. Do people still say bae? I don't know, I'm very old. Maybe not in age, but in mentality. Like I'm really bad with technology, you know? Like the cats are better with technology than me. I left my laptop open one day for like 30 seconds. I come back, it had gone from landscape to portrait. True story, don't know how they did it, had to have someone fix it. I left it another time, I come back, all the font's 30% bigger. I was like, cats, thank you. I'm getting older, it was hard to see that font. I left it open a third time just to see what they would do. They installed Linux. I don't care that it's a better operating system. I don't know how to use it. Shit really bums me out. I'm just not good with that. Now, if you really want to get bummed out, though, just take a walk around this city and note how many singular shoes there are just lying around on the sidewalk. There's like a ton of them. And it really bums me out personally. Like, not for the owners of the shoes, because I hate people in general. Like, you guys are great. You guys are good. But most people, but the shoes. Like, can you imagine? You know? You are all pumped up to spend the rest of your life with your soulmate. Now there's this wedge of distance between you, and I don't care how tight-laced you are, it's gotta be hard to buckle down and go toe-to-toe with those kind of emotions without treading on some serious shit. Shoehorn, man. Shoehorn. So those are the kind of jokey jokes I tell. I had a coworker find out that I do stand-up comedy. And she was like, oh my God, you gotta tell me a joke. Tell me a joke. I'm like, it doesn't work like that at all. She's like, come on, Liz, you're so funny. Tell me a joke. I said, lady, I have a 148 IQ, okay? I went to Point Park College on scholarship after dancing classical ballet for 13 years. Now I'm 34 and I work in the food service industry. Hilarious! What more joke do you want? On a spectacular day, after yelling at my coworkers, I went home and took a long shower, which is really great if you're having like a bad day, or you're sick, or you're hungover. One time I was so hungover, I just laid in the shower and let the water run on me until I was out of anything hot. And then I rolled out onto the bath mat. I just laid there. Then I realized I hadn't used any soap. This actually wasn't cleaner. I was actually dirtier because my bath mat is disgusting. But I heard that if you can't brush your teeth, you can just eat an apple to clean them, you know? So I took a banana and I just rolled it across my skin. I wasn't any cleaner, but I did smell like baby food. And then later on that day, this baby's hitting on me. I was like, get a job. I don't want no scrub. Do people still say scrub? No, fine. No, I don't like children very much. Anyone who's heard me before has figured that out. I mean, first of all, if you want to have your own kid, you know, that's 9 months. Just kidding, really 10 months. You gotta go without drinking or smoking or processed meats. You're telling me no whiskey, no Camels, no sandwiches? Italian hoagies, out. Dagwoods, out. Pastrami on rye with a smear of Dijon and a slice of baby Swiss, out. There's nothing cute enough on this planet for me to give up my lunch. And they could like raise it for 18 years or something. I don't know. Now kids are terrible. I'm sorry. Anyone out there that has kids, I'm sorry for you, because that sounds awful. Now, kids, they ruin lives. They wreck marriages.
Thank you.
True story. Did you know that Patrick Swayze and his wife almost got a divorce over their differing parenting skills? True story. Lisa was a little more strict. She thought when a kid was bad, they needed a timeout. But Patrick, he'd run up, grab the kid, and be like, nobody puts baby in the corner. That is the appropriate reaction. We're not done. Oh no. Lisa would be like, Patrick, she's not a baby. She's 9 years old, and she's an asshole. You're too lenient. And he would look at her and he would say, I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice. Roadhouse, you're welcome. Look it up. Classic film. And Lisa would say, God damn it, Patrick Swayze. I hate you. And he would say, ditto. But he's dead now, so she's over it, I'm sure. They didn't even have any of their own kids. They had to borrow other people's kids just to have that argument, you know? Which I get. For some people, the only form of communication they have is arguing, you know? It was like that growing up in my house, you know? We were argumentative people, and the yelling, it would just bleed over into everyday conversations. Be at the dinner table like, Mom, please pass the green beans. No problem, honey. More mashed potatoes? No thanks. Trying to watch my weight. Well, honey, you don't need to worry about it with your figure, but if you want, I have an article in my magazine about how to cut the calories without losing your favorite foods. Thanks, Mom. That sounds great. Yes, you're welcome, that little slice of life. That little play. My mom came just in time for me to tell that joke. I'm sure she's happy. No, but we weren't angry people. We're just argumentative, you know? We weren't pissed at each other. I do get pissed off about certain things. I get pissed off when inanimate objects try to dictate their usage to me. You know? Like trucker hat. I don't drive, I can't wear one. Steak knife. I'm gonna just cut my chicken with what? Nothing? Wall art. You know what? Fuck you, wall art. I'm gonna display you on the floor. Now that starry night print is a really inconvenient rug. Speaking of Van Gogh, I was talking to him the other day. Don't worry, I'm not crazy. I was using a Ouija board. And he says to me, he says, you know, Liz, everyone talks about how I gave that bitch an ear, but I was not trying to give that bitch an ear. I was trying to give her a box. I just had nothing to put in the box. Sorry for all the bitches in that. That's just how he talks. That's how all our correspondence is. We're like time-traveling pen pals. That's ridiculous. Of course we're not time-traveling pen pals, because no one mails anything anymore. The only thing I ever get is utility bills, or junk mail, or ransom notes. Often is one letter. Elizabeth Tripoli, please pay your gas bill. We have your cat. I want to save you money on cigarettes. It's the only way they can get me to pay. I'm not, great with money, as one would say. I share a phone plan with my mother, and she's often concerned I won't actually pay it, and rightfully so. She'll call me up like, honey, did you pay your bill? But I like to fuck with her. I'm like, my bill? What do you, I don't even know anyone named William. William Shakespeare? He never answers the Ouija. I know what you're thinking, looking at me, and listening to me. I'm not classy enough. She's hot, but not classy enough to talk about Shakespeare. And you're right, because what's classier than penis jokes? It's true, it's true. If the phrase bag of dicks existed in his time in 8th grade, we would have all read, thou can goeth eateth a satchel full of pricks. Like every other line. I don't hate, I get it. Dick jokes are funny. I have no qualms with Billy's sense of humor. I wrote a joke inspired by Shakespeare. I'll share it with you now. Wherefore did the Shakespearean chicken crosseth the road? Perchance 'twas Sir Francis Bacon wrote it that way. I don't rightly knoweth. I never finisheth collegeth. Perfect translation if you don't know. Perfect. Spot on. I'm meant to do Shakespeare. I am. Which is why it was such a surprise to me when I didn't get a part in the most recent production of Hamlet. Some bullshit. It is. Apparently, being smart and talented and funny wasn't enough for these people. They also wanted me to be able to act responsibly. around firearms that I was not supposed to bring to the audition. No creativity in this town. Fuck them though, because it was a super awkward cast party. So I don't get a lot of callbacks, but I did this week get my first cat call. You can applaud. You can applaud. I'll wait. I will wait all goddamn night. No one's going up. We'll be here till Jeff. Okay. No, it's nice to get a compliment, but he was so awful. He was like, "Hey, baby, you look good. Why don't you come over here and let me stick it in?" Yeah. So I grabbed him out of the drive-through window in which he was working, and I punched him in the face. Because there's two things I can't stand at the end of a sentence. It's a proposition and a preposition. Am I right? You gotta have standards. And I was jealous, because I tried to do the same thing, kind of, and I couldn't pull it off. I was like, "Hey, baby. Hey, baby. How you doing? Hey, baby. Why don't you come over here, baby? Yeah, come over to mom." Nothing. Zip. No reaction. How am I supposed to steal a baby if it can't follow simple commands? You gotta pick it away from the herd. Anyone who watches Animal Planet knows that. I really shouldn't joke about stealing babies. I'm already on a list, you know. It's not a big deal. It didn't do anything. All right, I'll tell you what happened. You know how when you're on Google on your phone, you're looking something up, and like halfway through typing the thing, it comes up and you're like, go to click on it, and it changes to something completely different. That happened to me. I was trying to figure out what you call Hitler's mustache, because that's not PC. That's not good for 2016. So halfway through, it pops up, and I click on it, and it changed to Hitler had some good ideas. So not a big deal. I can't make large purchases without a cosigner, and I can't adopt a baby, which we covered. Is perfectly fine with me. I don't know. Speaking of illegal things, sort of, can we all just come together, like, as a consensus here? Can we stop calling weed by cute little nicknames? Because no one is intercepting your text messages. You know, when you're asking for like some small amount of bud, herb, trees. I confused the number of my pot dealer and my gardener, and I have a yard full of azalea bushes I never wanted. Do people still say trees? I don't
say
know.
trees all the time.
Alright, I'm sticking with it. I don't know. People still say, do people still say? I'm out of sync with things, I don't know. People say a lot of things. People say that cannibals say that people taste like chicken. Which makes me wonder, does that mean that babies taste like eggs? I'm only asking for a friend, because either one, I'm allergic. I know, I'm not super hilarious. It's because I don't know how to do observational comedy. You know? Like, I do it, but not like other people do. Like, for me, observational comedy is something like Elizabeth Bathory. While being accredited with way more murders than she actually committed, is still an important historical figure of being one of the most prolific female serial killer of all time, while still maintaining a beauty regimen. You know what I mean? Or something like, do you think that the Shiza film industry got started because somebody confused the euphemisms of getting busy and doing your business? Like, is she really doing that? Keep rolling. Someone will jack off to this. Keep rolling. That's how you film things in this day and age. That's how we do it. Or something like, Hitler had some good ideas about art and, like, vegetarianism. I'm not a monster. I'm not. I have a heart. I do. I care about things and people sometimes. I know about love. That's what I'm going to end with tonight. I'm going to tell you all about love. Because I know. I do. I'll tell you a little story. I was at work one day, and I just had this itch in my nose. I just kept, you know, doing one of these. Just couldn't get it. Like 2 hours. Finally, I happened to look in a mirror, and I realized I've got a bat in the cave. I have never felt so alone in all my life, because this means for 2 hours, either that whole building full of bastards didn't care enough to tell me, you got a little something, or for 2 hours, no one wanted to look me in the face. Either way, that's bullshit, because that's what love is. It doesn't have to be romantic love, but love is letting someone know, you got a little spinach left from lunch, you know? Love is letting someone know, you can't pull off cargo pants. I will get you a replacement pair. Can we please burn those now? That is what love is. Love is telling me that I can't pull off hats, because I can't. And I know what you're thinking. This cynical bitch on stage, what does she know about love? What are you going to hear it from? A happy person? No. A happy person will have you believe that love is, you know, someone that rubs your feet, or drives you to the airport, or makes you pancakes in the morning. No, no. You know why? Massage envy, Uber, Eden Park. If you can pay someone to do it, that's not love. That person's putting you in servitude. Okay? It's true. And I know I'm not the warmest of people. One day at work, a coworker said to me, Liz, I think I'm falling in love. And I had to hold back the vomit, but I did, I held it back. But it's just, the problem is, I want everyone to be happy, I want everyone to be in love, but telling someone that you're in love is like telling someone that you have hemorrhoids. You know, maybe it's true and maybe you want to share, but it's gross and nobody wants to hear that. Thank you, kids. Have a great night.